Hey, gorgeous people, it's time. Time for the Celtic Rain Radio Show. My alarm's going to go off in like 2 seconds. 1, 2. I lied. Never mind. Needless to say, it's time. It is. So I will tell you this. We're going to have an amazing... There it is! It's 9 o'clock, people. 9 o'clock. Come see us right here. That's right. I'm just saying. And we're going to have an amazing time tonight. We have amazing guests tonight. Thank you guys for understanding about the rerun from last week. I have to get the COVID shot like religiously every 6 months so that I can live, because it helps take care of some of my long-term COVID effects, because I have long-term COVID asthma. And I took the vaccine on Monday, which means on Tuesday I was sick as a freaking dog. So I'm not sick anymore and I feel good. No. Needless to say, it is what it is. It is the Celtic Rain Radio Show. You guys know, if you want to send me music, you can send it to celticrain777@gmail.com. And just letting you know, all it has to be is a small label or independent artist music, and it has to be family friendly, meaning, that's right, meaning please no cursing and don't make fun of people. Just be nice. I'm just saying. Yes, Natalie's like so excited about Johnny Hexx being on tonight. Yes, he is on tonight. I'm just saying, he is here in the house later, and he's here, but I just got him in the waiting room. I'm like, filling him full of, like, beautiful things, and then he'll come out all nice and peppy, and it's going to be beautiful. And then you guys do know that if you're not watching from YouTube, you can go to youtube.com/C for channel /Celtic Rain, like rain out of the sky, and you can subscribe. And then it's like magic, people, like magic. It just shows you, and you get to come onto the show forever. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful show tonight. I am very, very excited about tonight. We have some amazing music on. First, we're going to listen to Cause of My Distress by Ancient Sins. And then Piesu, right, I know, by me. Actually, I didn't write it. I'm just singing it, but there you go. And then we have Soul Eater by Cynics 4. So some really, really amazing music for tonight. It's I know it's just one of those things that happens and you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I'm like, I know, right? It is amazing. And then you kind of go from there. But we have great music on the show all the time, and it always blows my mind. So I want to say a big fat thank you to all the gorgeous people who send music in. It is all because of you guys that this show is as amazing as it is. But tonight we get to show off a little bit of it, and here is a little bit just for you. Here we go.
This day and age is killing me. Why can't it be simple? Why can't I be free? The winds of change are harsh on my body. They consume and obstruct my informality. Where'd the time go? What's happened to everything? I know it's gonna be alright, but for right now, everything's gone. It's nothing but dust and stone. Looking back, I can clearly see what's killing me. Ever since I let go of this, I must confess, Superstitions of the past, superstitions of the future. The soul leader, the soul leader, the soul leader, the soul leader, I see a cold breath clear in the stagnant air. Her eyelids tremble, but she never sleeps. I catch her, I see you. I catch her, I love you. The soul leader, 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 the soul in the well, I feel her stare at me. I catch her rides the winds and the seas. I catch her, I fear you. I catch her, I need you. The soul leader, 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 the soul
Sunday Explorer is just so cool. I'm just like, yeah, I like their music, so yeah, they're great. Thanks. But it's one of those things. Great music coming all around. And as you know, the way that this show works is I play lots of beautiful music, and then we get to know at least one artist or band, depending on who's here tonight. It's like the most beautiful thing in the world. And then we get to showcase their stuff as well. So we do have our artist with us, Mr. Johnny Hexx. Hey, hey, hey.
Hello.
You have had some beautiful comments. Let's read through some of these
Oh my God.
because we want to make sure that everybody is heard on this show. Natalie says, so excited about Johnny Hexx. So Natalie, we love you. Awesome. She's a longtime listener. And then we have Solace Sparkles.
Love the name.
Johnny Hex
Love
is
that name.
amazing and so humble. Met them over the last 2 weekends and was so impressed by the sound and the person. That's a beautiful, beautiful compliment right there. That's
Thank you
amazing.
so much.
Yeah. And then we have, oh, that's you. What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
And then we have Natalie. Natalie, thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca, you have the voice of an angel. Love you,
I
Natalie.
agree. I agree.
But then we have Aaron. I'm never gonna say this right. Disgustra. Didn't even get close, did I? Dikestra. That's probably closer. I am horrible with words, and you guys, I love you even though I flippin' love Johnny Hex. See, there you go. They
I
are
know
they.
Aaron. I love him too.
And then we have Selkie Witch that says, was so lovely meeting you at the fair. I'm sorry for my awkwardness. You know what? We are all just a bunch of misfit toys. We're all beautifully awkward. I love it because we're all just so beautifully awkward. So, you know, it is what it is. But it seems you have a gorgeous following. David Robinson said, and he's from Starlight Riot. He comments all the time. He's a great guy. He's awesome song, right? I know that was an awesome song. So we have some great things. You're starting to have a lot of great, a great following. So tell me, right now, this is where you are, but where where did you start with music? What was the beginning of Johnny Hex?
Like the beginning, the beginning?
Yeah, go back, baby. Go all the way
Oh,
back.
well, music was always on both sides of my family was definitely present for sure. Both of my biological parents are musicians or singers in their own right. And then just, I guess, starting with just listening to music of all different types and just getting exposed to a lot of different types of music growing up from like an early age, into singing in choirs from a very young age, and then kind of branching out from choir into more folk music, learning more of the folk kind of traditions as far as singing and playing instruments for different types. Then 16 happened, and I joined my first rock band, and now that was definitely, I've definitely had my stints in some rock bands as well. So
Oh yeah.
I've just had a whole bunch of stuff.
I love the way you said 16 happened because it does. It happens to all of us. It
Yes,
may not be
yes,
16, it might be 15, it might be 17, but it happens.
yep.
16 happened and my life grew. Music.
16 happened, and I joined my first rock band.
Yeah. And it was over. No. Well,
Yeah, pretty much.
you do a different kind of music now though. Tell us about the kind of music that you do now. Then I mean
The best way I could describe it would kind of be some sort of like kind of folk fusion, because there are some rock and electronic elements, whether it be guitars to synths, or even maybe some synth drums in the background. But on the other side, you have more of the folk type of elements with hand drums and actual big acoustic bass drums, as well as different types of vocal techniques. I guess right now I'm just kind of just really fusing all of the different influences of my life together, and
nice.
just kind of seeing what I can do with it.
I will tell you, for myself, what I've learned through the years is that it's amazing to pick up things along the way. And as a
Hmm.
musician and a vocalist, you pick
Hmm.
up these ways of doing things. And if you're just the kind of vocalist that always has one way, that's okay.
Right,
But
absolutely.
if you're the kind of person that likes to collect ways of doing things,
Hmm.
then it gets really interesting because you want to be like, oh, I could use this. And
Uh-huh.
it's like a palette of colors and you can just paint a picture with it. And I know for myself being a vocalist, that was kind of the way I was like, ooh, here's a new texture I could have.
Mhm.
Ooh, I wonder what I could do with this. And it's a lot of fun to kind of fuse that into whatever you're doing. Because what I've noticed is people come along and they go, I never thought, oh, I didn't, that's weird, but wonderful. And how did they do that? You know? And I
Right.
think sometimes that happens a lot, to be honest. And
Oh
it's a
yeah.
lot of fun to watch. My favorite thing is to watch their expressions. When they
I wish I
you
could
do it
say
and then
that.
they go, and you're like, got him. I got him.
Oh my god. See, I close my eyes so much whenever I sing. It's hard for me to actually like see what people are reacting, like
Oh
how
my
they're
God.
reacting. I have a bad habit of closing my eyes when I sing.
It's
I
like,
don't know
okay, so
why.
next time you need to open your eyes because it's amazing. And don't look at that one guy who's always sleeping because it's not
Right,
you, it's
right,
him.
right.
But look at the other people and find those people and just look at them and feed it to them. That's what charges me. And I'm
Oh
just like,
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
that sounds amazing. Absolutely. All right,
yeah.
I'll keep my eyes open. Fine.
All right, now you have to keep your eyes open. That's right. Well, we have somebody. Oh, Nancy says from Nancy says break a leg, Johnny. That's right. That's right. So we were just at this fair together. So
Yes, we
that's
were.
awesome. Uh,
Yes, we were.
both Johnny Hexx was there and the Luton Lady were
Yes.
over at the Southern Indiana Ren Fair. And I do believe that you're going to be back in October over there. Is that correct?
That's what they've said, and
Yeah, there you
I
go.
went ahead and said okay. So I
Yeah.
believe so.
And Celtic Rain's going to be there too. So that's our
Uh-huh.
Celtic band. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We'll have to get you up on stage with us and have some fun.
I
But
would
yeah,
love
so that's one of those shows, guys. You got to check it out. Southern Indiana Ren Fair. It's
Yep.
coming up. It's being pretty. But yes, and then Robert Dorsey said, loved meeting you both
Aw.
on the stage at Southern Indiana Ren Fair. And so glad you've got Johnny on. What a talent, right?
Look,
Exactly.
look who's talking. Just I'll say that. Look who's talking, but thank you, Robert.
Exactly. Oh, and oh yeah, Sola said, "Oh, that will be an amazing show." Yes, Celtic Rain and Johnny Hexx. Heck yeah!
Mhm.
One of the things that I love doing the most is collaborating.
Oh yeah, I
And
love that.
oh god, that's like my form of passion. Is like, okay, I want to make music. Who am I gonna make music with? And like my brain starts going, oh yeah, we could do that. We could do that. I love it.
I'm always open for collaboration because bringing different things to the table is never a bad idea.
Nice. And Nancy just reminded us that you will actually be at the Viking invasion. The 3-day for this 3-day weekend coming up this
Yep.
weekend. That's
Yep.
right.
Viking Invasion, Birdsell Castle, 3
That's right.
days.
Bring it on, people.
It's
So
fun.
come on over to the Viking invasion. We do have a question. Johnny, do you still have the necklace I gave you?
Yes, I do. I absolutely do.
Nice. It's wonderful when people give us stuff and I'm just like, oh, right. I forgot about that.
Well, I had it on stage. I definitely know that I had it on stage at least like multiple days at the Ren Fair. So yes, I absolutely still have that necklace.
Yes, that's a blessing. That was a blessing. Well, we are going to actually be listening to one of your songs called Candle. Tell us about Candle.
Candle, I guess summed up, it's definitely a very. I wanted to write something that was very because I generally tend to kind of go more on the more heathen side of things for our music at the moment. Maybe a little bit of Irish flair in there too, but I wanted to write something that was kind of that all different types of pagan paths could kind of have a nice little song for them. Just kind of a, if you will, a pan-pagan kind of song. But Candle is basically about those quiet nights. I like to craft, and more often than not, I'll light a couple of candles while I'm crafting, maybe making a necklace or something. And just by candlelight, just working whatever craft you're working on those nice nights like that. And that's basically what it's about, simply put.
there are those moments when you're just in the middle of creating,
Mm-hmm.
and you have you look up and you realize you're in a divine moment, right?
Yep.
And you go, oh, and you just kind of want to sit there for a minute and take it in.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Mm-hmm.
divine moments. That's
Yep.
beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Well, we're going to listen to this song and have a great
Okay.
time. You can do a little cheer dancing with us,
Okay.
and we'll bring you back in just a second. All right.
All right.
Okay. All right, guys. So we are going to listen to Candle by Johnny Hexx. And then we have The Steampunk Symphony by Victor Sierra. And then What the Lighthouse Keeper Knows by Dr. Celius Omdusius. Amazing, amazing time for amazing, amazing show. Yes, I'm telling you, the music on this show blows me away. You guys ready? Here we go.
Candle, candle, burn for me. The sun is down so I may see. Candle, candle, burn for me under a pale moonlight.
Candle, candle, burn for me. The sun is set so I may see. Candle, candle, burn for me under a pale moonlight. Candle, candle, burn for me. The sun is down so I may see. Candle, candle, burn for me under a pale moonlight. The web weaving, the stars watching, the moon glowing in the sky, the wind moaning, the power flowing, the fire roaring in the night. Hail to the ancient rhythm, may you make your desire dancing, light and shadow, make your sacrifice. Candle, candle, burn for me. The sun is set so I may see. Candle, candle, burn for me under a pale moonlight. Candle, candle, burn for me. The sun is down so I may see. Candle, candle, burn for me under a pale moonlight. The earth shaking, your heart pounding, the world's waiting. Feel their strength and might, the spell beginning, the veil thinning, ancestors grinning. Oh, what a sight! Into the ancient rhythm, may you make your desire dancing, light and shadow, make your sacrifice.
say the weather is unpredictable. Don't play this one by the book, and don't you trust any clock. You've got the spirit, you've got the look. It's just a time warp to unlock. Welcome aboard, it's nice to see you. Now you're part of the crew. Let's give to this century a steampunk symphony. Take my hand, the pilot cries. Come join the party on the bridge. We're heading to a place where no one ever dies. I show you the roadmap secret page. Welcome aboard, it's nice to see you. Now you're part of the crew. Let's give to this century a steampunk symphony. Let's give to this century a steampunk symphony. Listening to the sound of the hydrogen queen. Let's dance on unreachable heights. Full speed ahead in the sunset wind, above cannonballs flight and torpedoes lights. Welcome aboard, it's nice to see you. Now you're part of the crew. Let's give to this century a steampunk symphony. A steampunk symphony.
I am a lighthouse keeper. I watch the western shore. Against what lies beneath, to the deep I pledge my soul.
So, yes, Mr. Dr. Celius Amdusius is awesome. Have not had him on in so long. He's one I need to get back on. I had him on the first year we did the show, and he's just so much fun. He's just such a great guy. He's from Great Britain, a great guy. You guys, you know, the show is made for people who are small label and independent artists to get your music out there so people can know about it, hear about it, fall in love with you beautiful people, and be able to just spread the worldwide with amazing music that isn't top 20 on the radio, same stuff over and over and over again. That's what this show is about. The show is about featuring you and being able to introduce you guys to amazing musicians. That's what the show is about. And so every Tuesday night, 9:00 Eastern time, we have this beautiful show with a small label or independent artist that gets featured, just like Johnny Hexx. And if you want to be one of those people, you want your stuff played on this show, all you have to do is send it to celticrain777@gmail.com. You need to be a small label or independent artist or band, musicians. And it needs to be family friendly, meaning no cursing, don't make fun of people. Really, literally, that's it. I mean, literally. Okay. Also, I'll have to put this out there. If it's more than like 10 minutes long, I can't play it. That's just too long. That's like half the show, people. It's not half the show, but it's definitely a good portion. So needless to say, that is the other caveat. But most of the time, you guys, this stuff is just perfect. So send it on over. I cannot wait to hear from you guys. Send it to celticrain777@gmail.com. We have some more amazing music coming your way. I will say this. We're going to listen to Splinters by Starlight Riot. That's right. It's my favorite band. That should be also it should be a place for you to be able to go get a drink. Go see Starlight Riot down at Starlight Riot. He's going to do that one day, and if he doesn't give me credit, I'm going to go and beat him up. Needless to say, then we're going to have Autumn Leaves. I did not write the song. Again, I did not write the song, but I'm singing it. That's right. And then that's Gentle Rain. So we have several groups. Gentle Rain is one of them. That's right. And Celtic Rain is one of them. Starlight Riot, The Lounge. That's right. There's David from Starlight Riot. Oh my God. I had too much fun with that. Anyways, needless to say, then we have Smile Assassin. I want to be a smile assassin. You just walk by people, smile at them, and they just drop dead because I'm so pretty. Smile Assassin by Mad Scientist Club, Dr. Malice, and the Absthethic Orchestra. I am horrible with words. Okay, it's because I'm dyslexic, people. No, I'm not dyslexic people. I'm just a dyslexic people. A dyslexic people. Needless to say, some absolutely beautiful music. That's right. Oh, now this is happening. Thank you, Becca. You get all the credit. That's right, baby. Just kidding. Thank you, David. You're awesome and I love you. So we have it's beautiful music right here. First one out of the gate, straight from Starlight Riot. I'm just saying. Characters in a half with their new little, they sent me some new art, and this is one of it. You guys ready for their new art?
So many things distracted me, driving in all directions, difficulty keeping it together, falling short, never standing still,
red and gold. I see your lips, summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. But since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter song. But I'll miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. The autumn leaves by the window of falling leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, all the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. But since you went away, days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter song. But I'll miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. But since you went away, all the days grow long. Soon I'll hear old winter song. But I'll miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. When autumn leaves start to start to fall.
Attention everyone!
If you're feeling bland, it's best to laugh it off. Just pick up your head and give me a smile. A smile. Give it a try, try, try. Now it's your turn, turn, turn.
And to the chorus.
I stalk you in your sleep, I stalk you in your sleep, yeah. And as you walk, I'm just 2 miles behind. You don't see me watching, you don't see me watching you. Ha!
Those two.
We all need a smile to cheer us up when we feel like we can't go on. Don't you feel better? Come on and sing along.
In harmony this time.
I stalk you in your sleep, I stalk you in your sleep, yeah. And as you walk, I'm just 2 miles behind. You don't see me watching, you don't see me watching you. It's so hard to stalk you, it's so hard to stalk after you're dead. I must find a new one, I must find a new one, yeah. You don't see me watching, I must find a new one, yeah. You can't see me, 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 you can't see me. I stalk you in your sleep, I stalk you in your sleep, yeah. And as you walk, I'm just 2 miles behind. It's so hard to stalk you.
I'm not gonna lie, this song's a little creepy. I'm just gonna put it out there. I guess, I mean, it being a murderous song, it's probably supposed to be a little creepy. But it's like creepy like that. What is that show that there's about a stalker guy? And you kind of feel, you kind of are on his side in the show because you're just like, oh, okay. You kind of like him, and you're like, why do I like the stalker guy? This is a bad situation. This song is kind of like that. You're like, oh, that's nice. Oh, wait a minute. This is creepy as hell, man. Why do I like this so much? This is bad. Shows my character. Yes, I'm a strange individual. Don't judge me. You're just like me. I know it. I can feel it inside. You don't know. You don't know nothing. All right, so I'm just saying it's time for Johnny again. Hey, Mr. Johnny, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Are you having fun?
I am having a blast. Like really good music that I'm discovering. I love it.
It's ridiculous. I get some of the best music, and like it's stuff that like people don't know about at all. And until you know about it, and then you're like, oh, I like it. David goes stalking and stuff.
Oh,
So
well,
I'm just saying. Stalking and stuff. But so question.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about earlier that you do different style having a hair problem, that you do different styles of vocal style. So tell me tell me about the vocal styles that you do. Tell me about each one, because each of them are so different, and it's beautiful how you mix them together.
Okay. Well, in more of the kind of the more Norse-inspired heathen music, there tends to be a lot of overtone singing, where that's pretty much where you're trying to use your vocal cords in a way to make more than one note at the same time. You
Yes.
find that. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I was just commenting along the way.
Gotcha.
Go for it.
Understood. And then this seems to be a favorite of people, is the throat singing. They tend to like the throat sing a little bit. That seems to
A
be
little
the
bit. They
favorite.
like it a lot. And
Yeah.
and tell us about that technique. How do you do that technique?
So, oh my gosh, I'm so bad at explaining things because unfortunately I'm not a teacher. So I will try
This is
to
a good way
be
to learn how to be a teacher.
fair trial by fire. Got it. So it's more like the way that I usually describe it to people, it's almost like throwing your voice into overdrive. But as technically as I can put it, it's using the fry vocal in the back of the throat and opening enough and putting enough air, while also kind of engaging a fry type vocal in the back of the throat to really push it forward.
And it's interesting. I actually have a student that is a throat singer,
Oh,
and
awesome.
yeah, he's a 17-year-old kid who's just freaking awesome.
Awesome.
Autistic
Really
guy
cool.
that's just is going to wants to be this thrash metal growler.
Nice.
And really he doesn't realize, he's like, I'm growling. I'm like, actually you're throat singing.
Yeah.
But yeah, because there is a difference.
Mhm.
And what I've noticed from just learning a little bit from doing that is kind of like, at least for me, and it tickles the crap out of my throat when I do it. So, but if you
You
can,
get used to that.
you get used to that.
You get used to it.
It has that sensation to it, but that's an that kind of situation where
Yep.
you're tickling your throat. And I have actually learned that if you can do that, you may not know this, but that's actually the most relaxed your vocal cords can be.
Really?
Yeah. And so like if you're having a stressed out vocal day, if you go and do that, it will actually relax them.
Oh,
And
awesome.
so
Well,
yeah, and that's vocalists that are classical vocalists are taught to do that to calm their vocal cords down. And I thought that
that's
was
awesome.
interesting. Yeah, I was like, that's so cool. Yeah, we did have one person who actually asked another question for Johnny, if I may. Where can one learn to throat sing?
Where? Okay. I'm always
did
going
you
to
learn?
suggest. Where did I learn?
Yeah.
Some tutors and a lot of practice. I definitely went into it very slow because I was told by people who knew that technique. And they weren't local, unfortunately. I kind of had to learn in lessons, like from afar, like when I could, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then just take what I could remember home with me. If you can find a teacher, I would definitely recommend it because you never want to hurt yourself, doing a new technique.
Absolutely.
Definitely starting slow. There are some pretty good nowadays because of the growth of heathen type music and Norse inspired music and kind of that more, for lack of a better term, shamanic type of vocal style. The kind of is part of that vein, I should say. There are techniques and tutorials on YouTube. Just be careful, obviously, because you never want to hurt yourself or your voice.
Yep. As a vocal teacher, I will second that because you want to at least have somebody who knows vocalization that can tell you if you're doing the right thing or not. Right. Even if they don't know necessarily how to do that style, if you can learn that technique and then take it to someone who does vocalizations, who understands the throat and your vocal cords, then they can at least help you not hurt yourself.
Right.
Yeah. But absolutely. Well, we have another question.
Yep.
Who are some of the artists who influence you the most?
Oh gosh, that's
like, I guess you can pin it down vocally. Most and then vocally. So now it's like, okay, thank you for giving me a little bit of help here. All right, go. Tell me.
Okay, all right. So obviously, a lot of the influences would be Harold Foss. I really enjoy his work. Einar Selvik, Ostracide. I love the way that he sings on all their stuff. Folke Bordevor Nordavinden. Just God, there's such a list of people because I listen to people and hear how they're doing things, and then I go, okay, and this is what I can do, and I can kind of. I mean, the list goes on and on. Ivor, really love paying attention to her and her music. Anything by Heilung and Wardruna, there's no one certain thing that I try to really pin down. I just kind of take influence and then put it into my own way that I sing it, if that makes any sense at all.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because for me, for instance, and it's so funny to listen to some of the music because that, like, for instance, Autumn Leaves, right? That I just did.
Yeah.
I recorded
Beautiful, by the
that,
way.
God, so many years ago. And now that I've been performing it for so many years, I do it a little differently now too. But what I did at first was I listened to Ella Fitzgerald. And I just took her and embodied her. And then what I call it making it your own. So you take a song and you learn it to make it, and then you make it your own and you put your own flavor in there. You making it your own, and every musician does that, hopefully, unless you're just trying to be somebody else. And don't do that. Just make it your own. You'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah. Don't.
I don't try to be anybody. Honestly, what is it? The purest form of flattery. Imitation is the purest form of flattery. But at the same time, I'm also trying to kind of be myself, obviously influences are influences,
Absolutely. Okay, so we have another one. Maybe stupid question. Never stupid questions. They're all wonderful. Johnny, but do you listen to Skuld?
I do, and I will back you up on that. No stupid question. It's okay.
Never.
Yes, I do. I enjoy their work as well. And their style is impeccable. Absolutely. I love their work.
Nice. And David said, thank you for your answer. I also hear in your, I've heard, at least because obviously we heard you this weekend. You can also, there's a flip you do with your voice as well, kind of like a yodel that, that kind of
that pulse. Yeah.
That pulse. And, so tell us, how do you implement that into your music to make the feelings that you want to convey
For
to
me, so that technique to me, I don't know. I'm just listening to heathen artists and listening to people from actually over in Scandinavia, Faroe Islands. A lot of it's a very tribal, almost kind of primal type of thing. That pulse, it almost makes your voice like not like a drum, but very rhythmic, and it just kind of accents it. To me, it feels natural to do it. And again, it's kind of me trying to kind of bring a bit more of a primal or tribal type of a flair into the vocal is kind of what I'm trying to do with it.
Absolutely. When I hear it, because I'm Native American, I hear Native American. And I think that anyone who has that background or a tribal background is going to hear the tribe or the background that they come from, and it gives them there's a sweetness in your spirit that you feel when you feel it, because it's your voice being lyrical, but it's also being it's being a percussion instrument at the same time.
Right.
And it has that flavor that just moves a soul for a minute. It'll bring you into a spot, and it makes your mind go somewhere else for a minute. I love that. Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. Nancy says, you do you, make it yours. Exactly. Always make it yours. Exactly.
She's
So
so wonderful. Thank you,
she's
Nancy.
so cute. She's just the cutest little woman in the whole world. Nancy, we love you. So I will say this. You you are writing your own music and doing other music that from others, which is totally normal. Tell us, when you're writing music, what is your process when you're writing music?
I wish that I could say as a songwriter that I have a set process, but I really don't have one, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people would say, well, the lyrics come first, and then you build the instruments around it, and then some people the exact opposite. For me, it just depends on the song. Sometimes I'll be reading something, and then I'll like be just reading something that I find cool, and then maybe I can use that for lyrical content, and then all of a sudden I can kind of start hearing the song. Or maybe I'm just kind of humming a tune. There's no words, there's no lyrics yet, but there's definitely kind of a melody, and then kind of build the instruments, build the melody, and then figure out the lyrics later. So
Yeah.
it all depends on kind of what I'm feeling and what's influencing me to write the song.
Nice. What are some of the things that are influencing you at this moment with your music that you're writing?
Um, well, currently, trying to put out a good message. Definitely, especially with this single that we released a couple weeks back. Definitely trying to put out a positive and good message for people. Um, right now, what's influencing me is trying to kind of do a very very good folk type of sound, but also something that's very very like energized, because it needs to be me. It needs to have that
Yeah.
big, kind of rock energy, but not necessarily with the wailing guitars. But that might come later. We'll see what happens.
For
So
the one way.
it's trying.
This is my wailing guitar song.
Right, there we go. Big war drums and then big guitars in the background. We can
Yeah,
make it work.
exactly. Well, we're gonna listen to Scrita.
Yeah.
Tell us about this song.
Skrita is, like I was saying, the one where definitely has a very for sure message. It is about people being able to stand in their own power as they are, and be able to express themselves as they are, without shame, and just proudly, more specifically, and this could be for anybody, but more specifically for LGBT and gender fluid, non-binary heathens and pagans in the community. It's kind of definitely stating that myself and the people who are with me with this project are very LGBT friendly, and we pretty much wanted to state that very implicitly. And that's what Skrita became and is.
Yes. So is the Celtic Grain Radio Show, by the way, everybody.
Yeah.
We are very LGBTQ, poly, love how you want to love friendly. So
Yep.
I'll put that out there. It's not we love all on this show, and it's a beautiful in this time and day, especially. It is a beautiful uh, message that we all need to have. Frankly, I think if the ones of us that are this way would be louder, and then maybe we'd show the world that there's more of us than the haters out there. So
Right.
let's
Right,
be
exactly.
loud with our love.
Well, I mean, I wrote a song, so
loud.
but if I need to be a bit louder, I can pull something out. I can
That's right. Be loud with
give
our
it
love.
more volume. Sure.
We do have a few comments here. Skita is so beautiful. It means so much as a non-binary. Thank you so much. I got emotional listening to it the first time. That is
It
beautiful.
was
Nally
really
goes, love the song Skrita, the message behind it. Just absolutely amazing. Okay, well, we're gonna play this song and have a great time. Okay. All right, guys. So we are going to listen to Skrita by Johnny Hexx. And then we have Prescription by Mark Farrell. And then Impression by Morant. Oh my gosh, This set is probably one of my favorite sets I've ever put together, so I'm kind of excited. And you guys ready for some beautiful music? Here we go.
An empty can and a sign that says help. Did he fall? Did he lose himself? Hard to say. Folks walk by like he's not even there. It's not them, so why would they care? And from a distance they just stand and stare. I'm sure he wasn't born that way. A circumstance put him in that place. He's just trying to make it one more day. This big world is a troubled place. We all make our own mistakes. We must help the ones that fall from grace. Don't let this world deceive your perception. Standing in his place, you feel his rejection. So there it is, a point of view. Where you stand, well, that's up to you. You can't deny what he's going through every day. Somewhere, somehow, someplace, I know you've seen that look on his face. He's just a man that lost his faith yesterday. I'm sure he wasn't born that way. A circumstance put him in that place. He's just trying to make it one more day.
Morant is French and beautiful. We're going to have them on the show very soon, and I'm very excited about that. They're one of these groups that you just kind of sit there and you go, oh, that's some pretty music right there. That's a pretty music right there. Just some great stuff. Now, we're going to have a little bit of a difference in the show because our beautiful Johnny Hexx has 2 songs that are actually recorded. And I want to make sure that I give him his just dues. So we're going to actually play a recording of him from this past weekend that someone took. So I went to the internet and stole this. Hey, it's on the internet. It's totally open. Totally open. Someone did say something. I'm so grateful. Getting to know Johnny Hexx better was such an amazing experience. Thank you, Rebecca, so much for tonight. It's a fun tonight. Thank you. You're so welcome. That is what the show is about, is to show people how beautiful this show can be, right? Because it is the people on this show just have amazing music, and it's always amazing to be able to show them off and to say, guys, this music is out there, and we want to make sure that you guys know that, and that you guys can be able to follow them. That's a big thing. Make sure you follow them. Make sure you buy their music. Support our beautiful, beautiful artists. But we're going to actually show you. This is from the Southern Indiana Ren Fair this past weekend. But this is another song by Johnny, and I wanted to show him off just a little bit more, so that, and then we'll talk about the song after. But I'm going to share my screen with you because that's what I do. I'm just saying. But here is a song from this past weekend that Johnny did on the main stage down at the castle at Southern Indiana Ren Fair. You guys ready? So, as you can see, that was just a little bit of what happened this past weekend, but I'm going to bring Johnny on and make the screen better. Come on, screen, be better. There we are. So tell us about what you were doing there, because I know you had some very guttural, beautiful moments.
No,
And, yeah.
I guess I was definitely, I had some energy that day for sure.
You were feeling
looking
it.
back on that video. Yeah, I think I was. I think I was definitely feeling it that day. I think. So that was a song of mine called Ha Marie that actually will be on the album, this first album that will be on there. It's a Hammer Hollow. Well, do you want me to? You say you want me to explain it?
Oh, absolutely, go for it.
Okay. Actually, that was actually the first ever song that I wrote that was kind of in that vein, like the kind of the heathen, the if you want to call it Viking music vein. I prefer just heathen or Norse inspired, Norse fusion. But anyway, if you want to put titles on it, I just make music. Anyway, so kind of more in that vein. It was the first one I ever wrote. It was basically just a me putting the hammerite that my kindred would do before every bloat, before every ritual. We would hammer sign the four corners, and I basically just took the words to that rite and put them to a melody and drums, and
It's
that's
beautiful.
what happened there.
Nice.
I, I,
Yeah.
I stole it from my Goldie, who taught me.
Hey, everything is borrowed somehow. All
Sure,
right. So
absolutely.
there you go.
Yep.
Exactly. I have a song that I've written called "The Land Remembers All," and it has throughout it has a Cherokee lullaby
Oh,
that I totally borrowed.
okay.
I give
Okay.
credit. It is
No,
what
yeah,
it is, but it's totally throughout because I'm just like, hey, it's a part of who I am. So I get
mm-hmm.
to celebrate that as well. So I
Nice.
totally understand. Absolutely, that is absolutely beautiful. Oh, and Nancy goes, wait till you hear him on the dungeon stage. There you go. There
I
is a
do like
dungeon
that
stage.
stage. That's a good stage.
It is a good stage. I will say this: you have some things coming up, including the the Viking Fest that's happening with Nancy at it's not Clayshire Castle. Sorry, wrong one. Wrong
Yeah.
one. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be at Clayshire, but it's not Southern Indiana Ren Fair, but it is the same people-y groups.
Yes.
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 So tell us
Birdsell
about that.
Castle.
That's happening this weekend. So tell us
Yes.
about that.
Yes. So Viking Invasion at Birdsell Castle this May 27th or the 29th. That's going to be Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Nice.
Memorial Day weekend. That this is at Birdsell Castle in Charleston, Indiana, same place where the Southern Indiana Renaissance Fair. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Nancy. Birdsell Castle. Um, and that's where it's going to be at. And I'm going to be having some fun. It's going to be an awesome time. I'm going to be spurring on some Drengar, some warriors. Going to be doing some of my own music.
Nice.
I guess Birdsell Castle isn't sick of me yet.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know who did the rain dance on the first weekend we were there, but it was hilarious because we were performing on one stage and like out of nowhere, the sky opened up and the sky just went and then
Yep.
we were all wet and we were just dancing in the rain after that. It was beautiful and it was hilarious. But I would say don't call the rain down on this because that would be really great.
No.
No rain dances. Not
Yeah.
this time.
But it's never my intention. I can't control what the weather does, but it's never my intention
Wouldn't
for
we
my
all
music
like
to
to?
ruin a time, you know?
No rain dancing. No. Okay. So you have that coming up.
Yeah.
What are you working on right now?
Oh, well, gig wise, I've got a couple other things. Actually, this Friday, I will be at Elf Fest at Lothlorien.
Nice.
That is in Bedford, Indiana. And then close by in Springville, I got a couple of dates with Midian Campground. That's a pagan festival for Cuff as well as Nerf, and then a couple of dates back in my hometown as well for Pride Month. You know, I've
Nice.
got to do that. You know.
There you go.
Which,
and I know we're going to be with you at Nerf, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, you're going to be. Yes,
Mhm.
thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
Celtic Rain at Nerf as well. You know,
that's right.
Plugs aplenty. And you said what else I'm working on?
Yes. What are you working on right now?
Currently, so we've got album 1 pretty much all the way tracked. It's just in it's still in production, needs to be mixed and mastered, which that's going to be mixed and mastered at Austral Synergy Productions over in
Nice.
Norway. They're going to be mixing and mastering. They're the record label that I'm signed to over there. They're absolutely amazing people. The two people that run it, they both also make music, and it's amazing. So they'll be basically mixing and mastering the first album, and then the second album is currently mostly written, and some of it is tracked out, but still kind of working on that. So first album is getting there for sure.
Nice, nice. It's beautiful. Yeah, we are working on a few albums ourselves, so I understand
Awesome.
that
Yes.
process. It is a beautiful process that can be quite consuming sometimes, to say the least. So tell us about where we can actually find your music.
Yes. Okay. So I am on pretty much anywhere that you can find me, from iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify. I am at Bandcamp, www.johnnyhexx.bandcamp.com. Again, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. YouTube has my music, the ones that we've released so far, but
Nice.
we've got more music coming, and then also the album will be here before too long.
Absolutely. I would encourage you guys to go to facebook.com/Johnny. That's JOHNNY Hexx, HEXX official. And go ahead and subscribe to that, like it and subscribe it. Go to Instagram, follow him on Instagram on Johnny Hexx official as well. You guys support our artists, because that's how they make their living. Guys, this is how they become who they can be, is through your support. So it is what it is. Natalie says, shout out to Midian. Yeah, you, one of the ones who has started the stinking thing. There you go. And then we have Selkie again. Wish I could go. I've been waiting to go to La Florin for a while now. Well, and there's things come and they go, but what's beautiful is when you're there, even if it's your first time or your second or your fifth or your 12th or your millionth. What I've noticed about fairs, at least, and those kind of situations, is that it's always a different experience with each crowd that's there, and the heart of the people is what makes those festivals and fairs. So when you do come, because you will, when it's time and you're able, always have a heart that is searching after just learning to love people. Because then you're going to have the best time of your life, and be open and know that anywhere that we go, you will always have, if Celtic Rain is there, or Luton Lady is there, or Gentle Rain is there, you will always have a home, and you come and be yourself with us. And I know it's the same way with Johnny. You can be yourself with Johnny Hexx. We're going to have a little bit more music and do a little bit more dancing. And then the show is at its end. It's a sad situation, but it is what it is. Everything must have an end. So, you ready to do a little bit more dancing with us?
I think so.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, guys, we are going to listen to some more music. First, we have Spiders by Quincy Farrell. And then we have The Mill House by The Bookends, Chapter 1. And then we have Raglan Road by the Selkie Girls, and from Pirate Queen. And then we have Scattered by Doug Fox. It's one of those shows where every stinking song is so stinking good. And some more right for you right here now. Here we go.
Dead spiders in the windowsill, a broken spirit, the battered will. I can't deny it, I wish I could fight it, but I just stand still. Dead shadows roam these empty roads, they keep the past and they salt the wounds. I just can't take it, I don't wanna face it, so I lock the doors. So I stand like a statue, waiting for a break in the silence. silence from a whisper, the ground begins to quake. The earth begins to open, each side from the middle. We go our separate ways and leave spiders in the windowsill. We used to walk together in the sun. We'd share our fortune with everyone. Somehow got distracted. We started looking backward and we lost our way. We found new lovers, we found new friends. We said we'd stick it out until the end. Promises were broken, our words were just a token of our loyalty. So I stand like a statue, waiting for a break in the silence from a whisper. The ground begins to quake, the earth begins to open, each side from the middle. We go our separate ways and leave spiders in the windowsill. Dead spiders in the windowsill, a broken spirit, a shattered will. I can't deny it, I wish I could fight it, but I just can't move. So I stand like a statue, waiting for a break in the silence from a whisper. The ground begins to quake, the earth begins to open, each side from the middle. We go our separate ways and leave spiders, and we stand like a statue, waiting for a break in the silence from a whisper. The ground begins to quake, the earth begins to open, each side from the middle. We go our separate ways and leave spiders in the windowsill. straggling road of an autumn day, I met her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger, and yet I walked along the enchanted way. And I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay. Oh, I love too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her the secret signs that's known to the artists who have known the true gods of sound and stone. At word intent I did not stint, I gave her poems to say, with her own name there and her own dark hair like clouds over fields of May. Quiet street where old ghosts meet, I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly my reason must allow that I had loved not as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos the clay, he'll lose his wings at the dawn of day.
Oh, Mr. Doug Fox. Doug is one of those guys that just wails on that guitar,
That
man.
was fun. That was a fun track.
He
I
is
liked
just
that one.
He's just so cool, awesome. All right, guys, I'm just going to remind you, please go to Spotify and all of the streaming services. Look up Johnny Hexx. It's JOHNNY Hexx, HEXX official. You'll be able to find him all over the place. Go to facebook.com/Johnny Hexx official, Instagram.com/Johnny Hexx official. And if you go to johnnyhexx.bandcamp.com, you will find him as well. Please support. That's right. Give some love to our beautiful artist. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Did you have fun?
Oh, I had an amazing time. Thank you for having me. That was a lot of fun, and now I have even more music to look up now. Thank you for that, too.
I know, right? That's what this show. The show should make you walk away going, I gotta go find that now. This is gonna happen. I gotta watch this again and know exactly which one it is, because it's just, there's so much good music out there. It's amazing.
I agree. Hey, I let my hair down for Doug Fox. I mean, if that tells you who I'm going to be looking up pretty soon,
That's right. Yeah, if it makes you put your hair down, you know it's good. You know it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Nancy's got a little face. Hello, Nancy. Love it. Well, you guys, I want to say thank you so very much, every single one of you. If you are not watching from youtube.com, you can go to youtube.com/C for channel/Celtic Rain. Like rain out of the sky. Please like and subscribe and hit that little bell. It will tell you exactly when it's coming on. We are on every Tuesday night live from 9 until 11 p.m. ish. If you want to send music, please send it to CelticRain777@gmail.com. And all you have to do is be a small label or independent artist, and please be family friendly, meaning please no cursing. Be nice to people. Be nice. And this is the Celtic Rain Radio Show. We say thank you, good night, goodbye. We love you.